Well, I started off in the diving industry 31 years ago, as working in stores and working as a dive master, and I've been in it ever since. I haven't stopped, and I've been an instructor for a long time. I was born and raised in Florida, and learned to dive in Florida, and dove everywhere in Florida, and then eventually made my way into teaching everywhere in Florida virtually. I have a very strong business background, so my background is not only in business. I ran a small business development center for the Small Business Administration. I taught a business program and diving program for over 15 years at Barry University in Miami Shores, Florida, and also at Florida Institute of Technology, which is now located in Melbourne, Florida. And so I had a pretty strong background there, and found myself working for Scuba Pro a number of years ago as the marketing manager there, so director of technical marketing and product management and other areas in there. I also worked for Aqualung as their marketing manager for their sporting goods division, and then also for their pro dive division, and did that just prior to coming to DEMA. I've been with DEMA now just over 3 years. This is my 4th trade show as the executive director, and it's been a fun ride. It really has been a very interesting place to be, and it's a whole different aspect of the diving business. Very different. And it's a great opportunity to meet with folks like you and the legends of the industry. It's an unbelievable experience.
It's amazing.
We've been very fortunate to have a very supportive board of directors that recognizes that the retailer really is the heart and soul of this industry, and of course I believe that too, having been in retailing and involved in that for some period of time. And because they recognize that, we've been afforded the opportunity to look at the way that seminars are produced here at the show, to look at the way that education in general is presented at the show. And we actually have here at this show, actually starting with last year's, a retail resource center where a retailer can actually come into the show and get a free consulting visit with a certified consultant, someone that can actually do decorating for them if they chose to do it, and can give them good tips on how to go about doing that. And all they needed to do was bring in their floor plan, just a sketch of their floor plan, and these folks will tell them how to lay it out and do the whole thing. We also spent a great deal of time talking to retailers about the educational needs that they had, and that resulted in a series of sessions that we've called the Power Up sessions. We've done those here in the morning. We started our first one today. We had Jay Levinson, who is the author of Guerrilla Marketing, and SSI sponsored that, co-sponsored that with DEMA, and we brought them in. We had standing room only. There were over 350 people in that room watching that presentation. It was great. So those retailers now have some genuine tools to work with, and that's the issue for us. We want to make certain that they have what they need to go back and be successful. Same thing is true of yesterday's Adventure Travel Symposium. Did the same thing, and again, almost standing room only on that one. We had just had 200 people that were in that session, and we presented very concrete marketing information and how to apply it, and dive travel and dive retailing for that matter. And what we've done is we're in the middle of a diver acquisition program, and it's a very large program for us to undertake. It's a multi-year program. The first phase of that program is to go out to currently certified divers and just ask them what sort of level of activity they have. So we're asking them how long they've been diving, we're asking them when the last time they went diving, did they go aboard a live-aboard boat to take a trip, did they do a land-based trip, that sort of information. And what will happen now is that those that answer the survey will be scrutinized so that we can actually use that information to understand the activity level of consumers everywhere. And in addition, we'll cross-match that information with third-party databases and find out a real picture of the consumer. We'll know more about the demographics of our diving consumer than we've ever known before. We'll know more about the psychographics of that consumer than we've ever known before. And we'll have the chance to take that information and turn it into an acquisition program, which we now have enough information to understand how to go about approaching who really is the customer out there. And that's what's been important for us. We also do other research programs. We have been doing a sales census at the manufacturing level for over 25 years. So that's an ongoing program. And 2 years ago, we started a certification census. And so we now track the number of students newly certified each year. It's right around 200,000 people a year that are coming into the industry as new divers. And then our final research program that we will launch in January will be what we've called the Retailer Econometric Business Index. And that's essentially a sales census as well at the retail level, so that we will know state by state and region by region what retailers do in terms of sales of regulators, buoyancy control devices, fins, masks, etc. That gives the retailer the opportunity to compare that information with what they're actually doing, and they can understand how they fit into the scheme of things. There will be other research projects as we move along, but those are the ones that we're embroiled in right now. The information is actually posted on a website, www.diversurvey.org. And the Diver Survey website, it's roughly a 20-question, it takes about 15 minutes to do, a 20-question survey asking about their lifestyle and their diving activities in the last 12 to 24 months. And that's what's really going to help us out as far as that goes. So they have access to that information now. It's live as we speak, and any certified diver can go on there. And as a thank you for doing that, the certified diver can download a $5 coupon at the end of the survey and use that at any participating retail store.
Wow, that sounds true.
You know, we're very intimately tied into the travel industry, and the surveys have shown that over 90% of the people that get into diving today get into it with the idea in mind that they want to dive in a warm water destination with clear water. There's a lot of diving all over the country. You can dive in every state in the union, and there's some great stuff that you can do in every state in the union. The typical diver today doesn't look at it that way. They look at it as that they're not necessarily going to do local diving, but what they are going to do is they're going to travel. It's going to either be a part of a vacation because they decided they wanted to do that on their vacation, or they're planning on turning it into a scuba vacation, and they want to occupy all of their time with that. So travel is a very important part of us, and we certainly have a great deal of destinations here at the trade show that are taking advantage of that. The retailers know that. It's inherent in the information that we've provided, and certainly in the way that they do their business. That people come in and they want to travel. So for the destinations, this is the #1 spot to reach all of those retailers because they're all here. I think we will continue to move in the direction that we've started. What I would foresee is that we become a genuine trade organization that is an information source for anybody that wants information on scuba diving and recreational diving in general. So business information will be made available. We will have educational seminars and those types of things as well. But I think for the future, it will become the resource for business-related information that will help the retailer with their own operation. Our board of directors is squarely behind that approach to it. There is a desire, in addition to that, for us as an association, we are after all the Diving Equipment and Marketing Association, to take on a more of an active marketing role. So that's one of the reasons why the diversurvey.org website. And then our other area of expertise will be in the legislative areas, because what we're trying to do is to be able to keep an eye out on what is happening in the legislative arena. Some of these things affect us directly, and some of them take a long time to filter through the system. But I can give you an example of an operation that was, or a government intervention that took place in Hawaii 2 years ago. and DEMA was able to participate in this, but essentially a law was passed pretty willy-nilly actually that blocked anyone from having boat access to beach parks on Maui. And what that did was it essentially cut all of those diving businesses in Maui off from coming into the beach to pick up customers, which is the way that they conducted their business. So DEMA intervened. We actually helped to supply some of the funding to fight some of that legislation, and we were successful in getting a lot of it curbed, not everything. But that's the type of subtle thing, unfortunately, that trickles across the nation. And what you wind up with is access to other parks where divers are being picked up, getting blocked.